Now we are going into the real topic of the day, and it is my pleasure to invite our digital marketing expert, Mr. Ibrahim Ajala, to the house. You know, the Ajala that we know, I'm not even sure you know him, but the Ajala that we know is the Ajala Travel. I mean, but you are here now. You are here now. So, over to you, Mr. Ajala.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I truly appreciate the opportunity to impact my knowledge on digital marketing. I've listened to Dr. Lulu. In fact, when we spoke, I was like, Daddy, this, when Emmanuel informed me about it, and I was like, oh, okay, because I do trainings from time to time. I've done training with Facebook, Google, Microsoft on digital skills, right? And so when I was called upon, I was like, okay, I'm all for it. And I spoke with Dr. Lulu, and he made me understand that this is going to be something they are planning, and it's something that is going to be beneficial to their members. And I was like, okay, I'm all for it, since this is in line with what I do typically, right? I listened to pharmacist Olu speaking right now, and all of the things he mentioned are things that I feel like are very essential in today's world, right? And I truly appreciate that session. It was an eye-opener for me again as well. It's more like a reminder as well to me, myself, even though I'm not a pharmacist. I really enjoyed that session, and it was action-packed in terms of practical soft skills that you can easily have as a budding professional in whatever career. It's not even just only applied to pharmacists alone. I as a digital marketing professional, have been able to pick one or two things from the insight, and I'm going to also be implementing on my own, right? So for me, I'll be focusing more on digital marketing. But then I wanted to say that because I schooled in Ife too, Obafemi Awolowo University. My background isn't in marketing in any way. I don't think Ife even offers any marketing course. I studied statistics, and I had a lot of pharmacist friends in school then, because we did some science. I think we did some science courses together, like CHM 101 and some other courses like that. We used to call them Iweogba. Like we know pharmacists to be the very brainy students on campus then. And so when he was talking about pharmacists being one of the smartest people in careers, I actually agree, because I knew some of my friends and they were actually very brainy, right? And he also points to what he also says, what he also said on personal branding for pharmacists, right? We see more of doctors. I wanted to share my screen. Is it? Okay. We see more of those doctors doing personal branding online. I don't think I've come across any pharmacists offering marketing insight or offering educational content that we consider as content marketing from a marketing perspective, right? We rarely see that from pharmacists, but I mean, I know almost all of us know Aproko Doctor. Exactly. So if a doctor like Aproko Doctor is doing something, we as digital marketing professionals, we use Aproko Doctor for campaigns, brand ambassadorship. We work with our client to bring him on board to see if they can um, bring their product messaging to the market. There's another dentist I usually follow on. He gives very insightful tips on how to take care of your oral health and everything like that. So we see more of doctors in that line, trying to be more visual to the public. But I don't think I've seen more pharmacists exploring personal branding from a marketing perspective as well. All right. So I agree that digital marketing skills is. I should say it. Okay, I should focus. Okay. I agree that digital marketing skills are very essential in today's world. In fact, if you check the top 10 skills that has always been in demand by recruitment managers in the past 10 years on LinkedIn, digital marketing has always been top 10. Why? Because marketing is essential to everything we do. Digital marketing has now been one of the core skills that are very important to professionals to have as well, right? So I'll be talking about digital marketing from a personal branding perspective and from a core digital marketing perspective, right? So my name is Ajala Ibrahim Ajala. I've been a digital marketing professional for about 8 years now. Like I said earlier, my background wasn't in marketing in any way. It was in statistics. I studied statistics from Obafemi Awolowo University. And I'm passionate in marketing for business growth, strategic and operational marketing with solid sales experience in the background. So my idea, what led me to marketing was, especially digital marketing, was the idea of moving businesses forward. So I always see myself as somebody that steps into an organization and just help them generate growth one way or the other. So growth is one of the reasons why I love digital marketing. So from helping businesses start up online businesses from scratch with the right strategy and action plans, supporting existing business on growth and to market approach. I've worked on dedicated projects as a freelancer, remotely or on location. So I have extensive experience in multiple business verticals with a strong focus on e-commerce, marketplaces, learning management systems, and so many much more. Like I said earlier, I did some previous work with Google Digital Skills where we were tasked with training about 10,000 Africans, upskilling them on digital skills. I think that was how Emmanuel got to also know me as well, because he has been to one of my trainings when he came to also learn digital marketing skill. Right? So I would be talking more on the fundamentals and open up our eyes to the various things you can do with digital marketing as a career or as a business, depending on however you approach it. Now, digital marketing comprises of two important words: digital marketing. Marketing has been in existence before digital came into place. So as far as the medieval days, people have always done marketing. They've always done marketing to each other. But with the advent of technology, there became a need to have a digital approach to marketing, right? Which gave birth to the word digital marketing. And it has evolved over the years. Now we are at the phase where we are on platform-focused digital marketing, such as social channels, digital channels, all types of technological-related channels that we can do marketing on, right? Before now, people did radio marketing. They are still doing radio marketing till now. People did TV marketing. People did magazine marketing. People did all forms of marketing that has ever existed, right? But with the advent of digital marketing, with the advent of social platforms that are existing now, so we've had the opportunity to start a digital-first approach to marketing, meaning if you don't have a visual presence, if you don't have a social presence on social platform, people will find it hard to understand your brand apart from the regular day-to-day activities, which are constant things we do, right? It simply means that in today's world, marketing is essential. It's an important component that you need to understand as a core, right? And you need to put into practice as well. So I would like to ask, um, what does what do we understand about digital marketing? Just any random answer. When you hear digital marketing, what comes to your head? Online marketing. Perfect. That's the perfect way to address it, right? Online marketing. So we take marketing we do offline, we bring it online. Essentially, that's what digital marketing is about, right? So various kinds of people have defined marketing, but to me, marketing is about building and having relationships with people. It involves getting to know the other person, making them interested in you, connecting. So the ability for you to maintain trust as a business or as a brand and market your product or service to them via digital channels is what gave birth to digital marketing. Like I said, it's an infusion of technology and marketing. So we're going to explore the various landscape of digital marketing and how you can tap into it as a professional, how you can take advantage of using digital marketing as a skill to build a career or to build a business. So digital marketing encompasses all the efforts that use internet or electronic devices. We've seen pharmacies use digital channels such as search engines, um, social media, email, and other websites to connect with current and prospective customers. Unlike traditional marketing, it allows two-way communication. And this is why digital marketing trumps traditional marketing. There's a two-way conversation you can have with your potential customers. You can talk back and they'll respond back to you. So I happen to also work in OH. OH is traditional advertising, out of home, outdoor advertising, right? And one thing we usually tell people about digital as against doing traditional marketing is that digital is more is a two-way conversation. For example, if you see a billboard, you cannot comment on a billboard. But if you see a digital advertising, you can easily comment and say, how can I get this? How much are you selling this? Or who is in charge of this product? Where are you located? How can I make more further inquiries? Right? So it's a two-way communication. And since that is a two-way communication, it makes digital marketing much more a much more seamless platform for businesses, organizations to showcase themselves. Now, the digital world is vast and constantly evolving. As of now, there are over 4.5 billion internet users worldwide. For pharmacists, this means a significant portion of your potential customer base is online, making digital marketing an essential tool for you to reach them. Now, why is digital marketing important in the pharmaceutical setting? Right, digital marketing offers pharmacies, and I know a couple of brands that focuses their approach to marketing as a pharmacy is digital first. I think MedPlus does it very well. They see their approach to marketing digitally is digital first, and they prioritize digital channels as a form of customer acquisition to their audience, right? For example, through targeted ads, you can reach potential customers in your local area searching for the healthcare products you offer. This precision and efficiency are unparalleled in traditional marketing. And I know a couple of startups as well that are also prioritizing digital first when it comes to putting pharmaceutical message out there. Um, Examples of digital marketing in action would be a local pharmacy uses SEO to prioritize its website. I'm going to show you a couple of things now. So a couple of years ago, Google did something with local search, right? So this here right here, we call it a local search. So Google started something we call local search some years ago. That's as far back as 2017. Now the idea is this. Before now, if I was looking for a pharmacy around me, it brings pharmacies in New York and I'm in Lagos. So how am I supposed to go to New York and purchase a drug for them? Right? So Google started prioritizing local search in your local vicinity, meaning if I'm in Isolo here, I should be seeing pharmacies that are closer to me in Isolo as against somewhere in Lekki or London, right? Now, because this is a digital channel, right, and it is global, so Google has prioritized bringing businesses, bringing organization closer to you with this local search. Now, this is something that is no secret to how to get started with this. For some people, it is called, they know it as Google My Business. Right? These are things that are beneficial to you in pharmacy, right? Right? And I also did a quick search while I was preparing my slide to come down here. I was trying to look for pharmacies that are prioritizing, that does content, right? That does content for social channels or that does content for, that blogs about pharmaceutical product or pharmaceutical tips. I couldn't get any in Nigeria, which is something that I will admonish us as pharmacists to also consider. I couldn't see any blog or any potential pharmaceutical platform I could easily pick some, except for journals. I saw a lot of journals, but I couldn't see some content related to pharmaceutical content on my Google search, right? So we're going to talk about all these platforms, how you can start leveraging them as well. Even as a career person, you need to have your digital footprint. And one way to have your digital footprint is to ensure that you are visible online. If you're not visible enough, people will not know you even exist. Or you do some things that are related to what you do, right? So we're in the digital first world economy now, meaning everything you do, right, you must prioritize digital first. Everything you do in today's world, you must prioritize digital first. Now, I would make a quick example, right? In the past, since COVID happened, right, our behavior has changed as to how we approach online interactions, right? This simply means that more people now we have been able to trust shopping online more. COVID accelerated that trust process, right? Before it was people are always skeptical online, but when COVID happened, you had no choice. Is either you order it online or you stay hungry or you can't do anything. You just have to do your whatever it is you do online. So that has given birth to what we call the digital first economy, meaning most buying decisions are being made or most information are being shared via digital platforms. You agree with me that the last time you got information via a TV was probably a couple of years or once in a while, right? Most of your informations are gotten via digital channels, right? And this is why digital marketing is essential to everything we do now. If bulk of the audience, over 4.5 billion users are actively connected to the internet worldwide, what does this tell you? It tells you that the digital channels are there for you to explore, right? You as a pharmacist, I as a digital marketing professional need to start leveraging digital channels to ensure that we are in front of the right audience. We speak the languages they understand, and we try to put as much information that is going to be valuable to our potential audience. Now, digital marketing for small businesses. So we get a lot of, as a consultant, because I consult for businesses, we get a lot of reservations from business owners. Digital marketing is quite expensive. They don't think it's for small businesses. They feel like it is big businesses that take advantage of digital marketing more. This is not true because digital marketing for small businesses isn't about the size of your budget. It's about the depth of your creativity, the value of your content, and the strength of your connections. So, how creative can you be, right? And I would always reference somebody like our Proco doctor a lot, right? He shares valuable information with a comic style, right? All those quick jabs he throws at his audience. Oh, you are eating pounded yam at night, blah, blah, blah. This is why you have big tummy or something like that. So his own style of content is what? A comic approach to sharing content, right? The creativity of how you are able, how creative you can be, and the value of your content and the strength of your connections will determine how best your small business can take advantage of digital marketing, right? So I'm going to debunk some common misconceptions that people have about digital marketing. Like I said, digital marketing is only for big businesses. This is a lie. Small businesses are even the biggest beneficiaries of digital marketing because as small as your business is, you can actually reach out to your tribe, to your community of people that would that will pay attention to what you have to offer. My small business doesn't need an online presence. Yes, we still have people in today's age and time that still believe that personally they don't need to be online. I'm not a social person, or I can't, or my small business do not. We have a lot of offline customers. No, in today's digital age, customers expect now with what I said earlier. If I'm able to search for you on Google and I find your business on Google, it gives a credence, some sort of trust that, oh, you exist on Google, meaning you have a digital footprint, you are traceable, right? So as opposed to I search for your name on Google or your brand on Google, even your personal brand, I try to check your name to see if you have a LinkedIn profile, right? And I can't find you on this platform. I'll be a bit wary about or skeptical about what your digital footprint is, right? So in today's age, customers expect businesses to have online presence. It's crucial for credibility and visibility. Now, another misconception is all social media platforms are necessary. So we see a lot of people spread their businesses across all social media. So it makes their digital footprint not so well organized. It's also very important that you have presence on specific platforms so that you can generate quality engagement. So if you're able to start with, say, for example, Instagram, right? Instagram is where we have presence on. If you're able to dominate Instagram well, then you move to LinkedIn. From LinkedIn, you move to Twitter. From Twitter, you move to Facebook, right? Another misconception is once my website is up, customers will come. No, it doesn't work that way. In fact, your website is just a static billboard on the internet. We call it a digital billboard. It's just for people to locate who you are on the internet, right? So regular content, updates, search engine optimization, and promotions are necessary to drive traffic to your website. Now, another underrated thing that I feel like a lot of people don't prioritize is email marketing. I believe almost everybody has email. Some people are not on social media, but they have active email addresses, right? Where they receive correspondence or they send mail to people, right? Email marketing is one of the most cost-effective ways to communicate directly with customers, promote products, and build loyalty. And I've seen brands and businesses or individuals that prioritize this. I've seen it pay off for them because they've been able to ensure communication via email channels continuously flow. Now, I want to state some quick impact of digital marketing on small businesses, right? Over 75% of small businesses use social media to attract new users. Social media is one of... I'll ask another question again, right? In the past 2 years, social media has been one of the factors that affect your buying decision, true or true. Some of the things you consume via social media, oh, I like this. I think I'll purchase it later, right? Oh, I see this information. I'll save it. I'll go and read more about it later, right? Social media has been one of the important um, um, awareness points, touch points for most people in today's world. So that is why, as a business, as an individual, you must prioritize what social media first for awareness of your product or service, right? So email marketing has an average return on investment of 122% for small and medium businesses, which is 4 times higher than other marketing format. Then 70% of local consumer trust online business reviews. You might not pay attention to it, but people read reviews about your business. If I search for your business on Google and I see 1, 2, 3, 4 bad reviews about you, there are chances that I would have a little reservations about your business. So you must guard your online reputation jealously. And it's also part of what? Digital marketing. Your online reputation now is as important as your offline reputation. In fact, online reputation can damage you faster than offline. You can still do damage control when it is in person. But when it is online, believe me, the narrative will be very hard to control. So it is also part of your marketing effort to actually what? Prioritize your digital presence and ensure that in your digital footprint as a business, as an individual, you have what? A very good and positive review. Right? Small business with blogs generate 126% more leads than those without. So again, a lot of businesses do not know that it is easy for them to set up a blog. Right? You as a pharmacist, you can set up a blog now and start educating the audience, right, on prospective ways they can what? Use pharmaceutical insights to actually take better decisions about their health, right? And it's easier in today's world. In fact, it's easier to get started with all of these things. What I believe is an hindrance to majority of people is that they lack access to some of this information, and they are right there, right? If you pay attention, I'll show you some of these things, right? So 30% of small businesses with a web presence generate more than 25% of their revenue online, right? And this is true because a lot of businesses that have prioritized putting their businesses online have seen successful impact with this, right? 93% of online experiences begin with a search engine. I'll make an example, right? If you want to buy a big generator now, let's say, not the I passed my neighbor. If you want to buy a big generator, the industrial type, where is the first place you go to? Jumia, but you might start your search from where? Google. You will go to Google, right, to make a quick search. So, and a lot of people actually make searches on things that are related to health products. In fact, in the top search queries on Google, you will find out that health-related concerns are what people search for the most. In the top search queries on Google, health-related concerns. And most times, it always saddens me that we do not see any Nigerian-related publications on these platforms. Either I see it from American Association of something or one international brand. So the way it works is this. An international organization shouldn't be dominating the search query in a Nigerian space. It has to be a local publication should come up first before an international comes, right? So it is when businesses start seeing that these channels, we can see it as a digital footprint. If I have a slight headache now and I want to know the uses of paracetamol, right? I should be able to see a Nigerian brand talking about usage of paracetamol or what are the uses of paracetamol inside Google search, right? It should be a Nigerian brand coming up first as against all these international organizations. So it's one of the things that I said I was going to discuss today. So we need to start exploring these channels. I happened to work on a campaign with Emzo Pharmaceuticals, right? And one of the things we were able to inform them was that their digital presence is as good as nothing because they prioritize outdoor more. And I can understand because their market is more of outdoor. They do market integration with markets across, because we did a campaign for them for all 36 states in the country. So they prioritize more of outdoor, they pay less attention to digital. So we were able to tell them that you need to start looking at digital channels, right? For, if not for anything, for brand authority. Brand authority in the sense that people will look at Emzo as what? One of the go-to channels to seek information about some of your products. I shouldn't be getting this information from other channels. So that's that. So I'm going to talk about the digital marketing framework, and I want everyone on this in this training to pay attention, right? Whether you want to prioritize digital marketing as a career, as a side also, right? When Dr. Lulu introduced their digital marketing executive with background in chemical engineering, I was not surprised because digital marketing can, as a skill, as a tech skill, can actually be picked up by anybody, right? And like pharmacist Olu mentioned, you have to be a lifelong learner. You have to constantly learn. You can't even afford to slack in digital marketing because before you know it, one technology has come out and you are irrelevant, right? So you have to continuously evolve. You have to continuously evolve, rather, right? You have to evolve your skills. You have to learn constantly. In fact, learning constantly is one of the core soft skills you have to have as a digital marketer, because 1 minute you can be out of the job market. So this framework will always guide you. Now, the fundamentals do not change. Technology come and go. Now, we are in the AI era now, right? We are in the AI era, artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is very essential to the way we do marketing now, right? There are predictions that AI will shape even the way drugs are being administered in the next couple of years, right? There are predictions that we might just be going about our day and just existing. AI would execute everything for us. And we are seeing it happening right now, right? There's something that came out last week. It's called Sora.ai. Sora AI. I don't know if anybody has heard about it yet. Sora AI. You can check it on Google, right? You can just tell it to create a video for you, and it will create a video. You can say, create a video about people in Idumota market. You would think that the AI came to Idumota and take that video. It's that powerful. Right? That is the era we are. And in the era of using technology, right, somebody that is a video person now will be scared like, this thing has come to take my job. If this one can shoot, if this one can shoot AI video, what am I doing then? So we used to say that technology is not yet to take your job; it's yet to actually aid the way you do your job, right? So these things are happening, and how can you ensure that you take advantage of them? So I'm going to show you some critical skills or tools that you can actually use. They actually exist. And you can use them to actually what? Propagate your marketing ideas, right? But the first thing is you have to understand the digital marketing framework, which is divided into about 7 components, as you can see on my screen. The framework is very essential, right? For whatever it is you do in digital marketing, everything revolves around this framework. And for every marketing plan, every marketing strategy I've ever developed, it actually has to do with what? This framework. The first thing is, what are you offering to your audience? Now, what you're offering now doesn't essentially mean that maybe I'm not doing a business, I'm an NGO, right? We're a non-governmental organization, and one of the things we offer is to help people alleviate poverty, right? So in that case, I'm not for profit, right? So my offering isn't essentially going to be, maybe I have a product to sell to a potential customer. My offering is going to be that we are seeking what? people to join our cause to help a lot of people get out of poverty, right? So your product offering or your offer as an organization or as a business is very essential. Now, for business, your offering is not the same thing as your product. Your offer is what brings the customer to you to come and buy the product. So, one of the framework components starts with what? What is your offer? Number two is who are your customers? Who are you planning to what? To market your product or service to? Right? Number three is when your customer's journey. Now, these terminologies, you might not be familiar with them, right? Because they are terminologies we use in marketing. But it's something I want you to take home today. Every customer go through what we call customer journey sequence to buy a product or service. And the journey sequence is that we become aware about the product, become interested in the product, desire the product, and buy the product as much as when we are satisfied with what the product is offering us, right? We all go through what we call customer journey sequence. And this is why sometimes businesses come to us and tell us, oh, we just need awareness. We want to make awareness about our product or service. Or an individual come to me and say, I want you to what? Put my personal brand out there. I'm a personal brand, and this is what I do. I offer these services, and I would like people to be aware about what I do offer, right? So the customer journey sequence is how a potential customer gets to know you about a business. And a typical example is this. Like I said, I come to Google here now, and I'm trying to make a quick search. I need to get a pharmacy close to me. So this is what we call a search query. I just type in that in my Google search, right? And one of the things that comes out here is what? I see some of this pharmacy. So typically, as an average customer, what I will first do is this. I'll check these guys out because I want to know where they are. Now, another thing that I'll do is what? I'll check what? Their reviews. Now, this is what Google provides you. A lot of businesses don't know that. I could easily see where you are by just viewing this on Google. Now, Google is showing me where you are on the map like this. Right? That's how powerful digital marketing is. Without me even knowing that something like this exists. And I can check where the business is located, know where the street is, right? And I can also read reviews about the business. So, assuming this business now, for a business like this now, I don't think they are a full-blown pharmaceutical business. Right? As a business like this, you have to prioritize reviews. People, you are meant to be collecting feedbacks from your customers. Did you enjoy our service? And so, because the more reviews you get, the more Google show your business to more people on the search engine. The more Google show your business to people on the what? On the search engine. Now, which takes me back to the concept of what? Customer journey sequence. Now, a customer journey is what? Is how a customer gets to know about you as a business or as an individual. Now, this example I gave was search engine. Another example would be that I go on a platform like this, and I just search for pharmacy. Now, one of the few things that I would see here is, this is Instagram, right? One of the few things I will see here is pharmaceutical companies that have prioritized social channels, or pharmaceutical stores, rather, that have prioritized social channels as a platform where they have visibility on, right? So it is very important that your digital presence, your digital footprint as a business is very, very important and key. Now, it must be easy for me as a customer to discover you. It shouldn't be hard, right? It must be easy for me as a customer, as a potential customer to your business, or as somebody that is interested in what? having something to do with you. It must be easy for me to discover you. The moment it becomes hard to discover you, I'll go for your competitor. Do you understand? The moment it becomes hard for me to discover you, whoever I come across, those are the people that I will go for. Right? So that is customer journey. Now, why are you doing marketing? Right? So I've always mentioned smart objective as one of the biggest components that has helped businesses to enjoy digital marketing, as well as individuals as well. You must have set marketing objective. If you walk into me as a business or as a client, and the first conversation I will ask you, the first thing I will ask you is, why do you need digital marketing? Right? So you must always ask yourselves why. Why do you need digital marketing? Right? What exactly are you trying to achieve with your marketing? Oh, we want a lot of people to be aware about us in Lagos, Nigeria, right? So now we are popular. A lot of people know us, but a lot of people do not know about our brand advocacy, which is on safety practices or not abusing drug, right? So how are you going to ensure that your marketing is effective is when you set your why. It is when you set your why. Then how is your message? Now, this is where content comes in now. I mean, one of the reasons why many of us, we use social media is one of the reasons why we use social media is because we look forward to content, right? If you open your device now, there are some certain people you scroll endlessly on your timeline. There are some certain people you would want to enjoy content from, right? Because you are looking forward to their content, right? So once as a business, right, or as an organization, you prioritize sharing helpful content on social media channels, right, or all your digital channels, people will look forward to the content you put out there. There's a bank in the UK. You wouldn't know it is a bank. The way they share content, right? It feels like they are just talking to their colleagues or they are talking to their friends. And I asked a lot of Nigerians over there in the UK that, do you guys know this bank? They said that's the most used bank by youth over there in the UK, right? It's called Monzo Bank. So a lot of people use that bank because of their social currency, the way they've been able to use content to attract their users to them. So it's very important that your message is very important to the audience, how you pass across your message, right? Now, as people who are not in marketing, you might not understand the need to have content being put out every now and then. But I'm here to tell you today that one of the best ways to actually go about ensuring that people get to be aware about you or become aware about what you do as a business is when you start prioritizing helpful content that will bring your brand closer to your prospective audience. Now, channels is the number 6. Where can you find your potential customers? Where can you find your potential customers? Right? We have various channels, right? And I want you all to understand that these channels are quite different from each other. Now, I'll give you an example. Instagram, how do you perceive Instagram? Pictures. Yeah, pictures, videos. What else? What else? So what kind of businesses will you find on Instagram? Huh? Personal businesses. You can use sectors or industries. Fashion. You said something. Lifestyle. That's what Instagram is for. Lifestyle-related businesses thrive more on Instagram. Right? So we have X, formerly Twitter. So what type of discourse happen on X or Twitter? Hmm? Yeah, political conversations are much more popular on where Twitter, right? Although brands also leverage Twitter as an awareness reach for a lot of businesses as well. But you have to be very, very opinionated to actually thrive on Twitter. There's a reason why I'm making sure you understand how this landscape different, because people lump them together. They are all social channels. Yes, they are all social channels, but they work differently, and you have to understand how each platform functions in order for you to use them effectively for your business or for your personal brand. Now, LinkedIn is for what? Professionals. Professionals prioritize LinkedIn more. And I'll tell you that LinkedIn has more audience than Twitter. In Nigeria, Twitter's audience is not more than 5 million. As big as Twitter is, its audience is not more than 5 million, right? LinkedIn has as much as what, 8 million audience. Facebook is the highest. Facebook has about what, 52 million audience combined with Instagram, right? So we all have different digital channels out there, and you prioritize the usage of them based on what your business is about, right? So the last but not the least is you measure and optimize. Now, the reason why digital marketing trumps traditional marketing is because we can measure everything in digital marketing. If it's not measurable, it's not digital marketing. If it's not measurable, it's not digital marketing. There's nothing you cannot measure in digital marketing. You can measure your engagement, you can measure how fast your content is going, where it is going, who is interacting with your content. There's something called Google Analytics, right? We use Google Analytics to measure what behaviors of people on your website. Now, I could know, if I want to know the amount of people that spent a specific amount of time on our website, maybe we have a web platform where we display information on, and I want to know how many people are visiting it, how much time they are spending on such website. I can use Google Analytics to actually measure if you're spending 1 minute, 2 minutes, if you're reading all the content on the website pages. I can use Google Analytics to actually what? Measure all of that, right? And likewise, our social platforms. Every social channel has an analytical tool that you can use to analyze the interactions on your social platforms, right? So if it's not measurable, you're not doing digital marketing. And the reason why I say this is this. The billboard on Lekki, Ikoyi, and Lekki Tollgate, can you measure the amount of people that sees that billboard every day? You can only give an estimate, right? But you can't measure the exact. But with digital, I can actually measure the amount of people that sees my content in a day, in a month, in a year, right? So the beauty of digital marketing is that everything is measurable. And with you measuring everything, you can easily optimize which one is giving you the desired result you want, or which one is not giving you. You can know which one to prioritize, which one not to prioritize. You will know which one to drop and which one you're not supposed to drop, right? So I'll go over the framework again, right? Because we would always reference this framework from time to time in this training, right? First is what? What is your offer, right? What is what? Your offer. Second is what? Who are your customers? So it's a very simple framework. Once you just remember what, who, when, why, how, and where, it becomes very easy for you to actually recall. What is your offer? Who are your customers? When, which is your customer's journey? What is the journey sequence with which a potential customer will discover us as a business or will discover us as an organization? How will we make them what? Patronize us? How will we make our what? Our offering visible to them? Right? Then, why are we even burdening ourselves with digital marketing? What do we intend to achieve with digital marketing? That is our why. Then we move to how, which is what? The message. We're trying to pass across to what? To the potential customers or audience. Then channels where we can find these potential customers is where. Then last but not the least is we measure and optimize. After making all of these plans, right, we now measure and optimize our performance, right? So we say which one is working for us, which one are we dropping, which one are we optimizing for better performance. Then this is how we form marketing tactics, especially digital marketing related tactics. We say when plus how plus where give us marketing tactics. And it's very simple. Now, if I know that this is when my customers will see me, this is when I will talk to them, this is when I will get them to patronize my product or services, and I know what to say to them, which is my message, how, right? And I know where to communicate to them. I would form a very good digital marketing tactics. I don't know if that makes sense. Now, when is this? My customer journey sequence, right? This is how these customers were into fashion, right? They discover us on Instagram because Instagram is a lifestyle platform, right? They move from Instagram to discovering us, saving our product, or sending us an Instagram message, or messaging us on WhatsApp from Instagram, right? We tell them about our product offering, how it is the best thing after jollof rice to them. Then from there, where is the channels we prioritize, which is Instagram already. We're able to form a marketing tactics. It's that simple. But then let me break it down further. Now, in order for you to identify your offer, you have to use what we call the value proposition template, right? Now, the value proposition template helps us come up with what we call value for our product or service. Now, this can be used for businesses as well as what? Individuals, right? In order for you to understand what your business proposes as value to a potential customers, this is what we use to help us decide how a business creates value. Now, we say this. A value proposition template reads this. It's called the Geoffrey Moore's template, and is used by Geoffrey Moore. I think he's a professor in Stanford, and he came up with this template. So he said that 4 is what? The target customer. Who is the statement of need or opportunity. R is the product or service category. That is the statement of benefit. Unlike is the closest competitor. And our offer is what? Is our primary differentiator. Now let me explain, right? There's a reason why we are talking about all of this before we get our hands dirty with the practical aspect of all of this, right? There is a reason why I'm sharing this. Now, 4 is this. 4 says that who is your product for? Now, this is different from the framework. Remember, in our framework, we have what? Who, what, why, when, how, and where, right? This is under what? We're trying to determine what our offer will be to our potential customers, right? So we are saying that who is this product for? Statement of need or opportunity. Now, let me use ride-hailing companies as an example now, Bolt or Uber. For customers who would like to move from locations to locations conveniently, right? Commuters in Lagos who would like to move from one location to the other conveniently without the hassle of yellow buses or BRT or anything like that. Do you understand? The statement of need or opportunity is convenience, comfortability is the reason why Uber or Bolt came up with their model, right? Then our product or service category now, right, is going to be the category with which the product is operating, transportation or lifestyle, right? That, which is the statement of benefit. This is the average benefit the average user will get from using such product or services, right? They pick you up at your desired location, drop you at your desired location, right? You don't have to pay with cash. You can attach your card to it, or you can make bank transfers, right? Those are the average benefits you will get from using such product. Now, you have to also identify who your closest competitor are. Unlike this person, right? Unlike this brand, so both will say that unlike Uber, our prices are fairly competitive and very low. Or we give bonuses to our potential users, right? Compared to Uber, which is our competitor. So when you come up with a value proposition like this value proposition, it is what you are also going to communicate on your social platforms. This is what you are also going to what? Communicate across to your various social media channels. Or this is going to be one of your what? Brand message out there on your website. Now, it is important that everybody in an organization, no matter who you are, the value proposition is ingrained in your core activity. Why? Because it shapes how everybody behaves. And this is one of the things we are tasked as marketers, to think creatively and see how we can help businesses come up with their ideal value proposition. Right? And your value proposition will always change as your business evolves. Right? For better positioning. So I have quick examples here, right? The first brand is an e-commerce brand, and they're into sales of clothes or services, right? And the value proposition reads like this. It says it's for trend-conscious customers who need clothes that fit their busy lifestyle. Our online clothing store that offers crowdsourced apparel, on our website like Teespring, our offer includes all kinds of innovative clothing designed by our community from scratch. Now, the value proposition of this e-commerce brand is that they offer all kinds of innovative clothing designed by their community from scratch, unlike their competitor that does not do that. Right? So the idea of coming up with an offer is that you look at your competitor. Permit me to use an analogy we use in calculus, dy/dx. I'm sure many of us can still remember dy/dx. Now, dy/dx is called what? Differential equation. Right? The differential equation simply means dy means, in this context now, our competitor is good for this, the x, we are good for that. Do you understand? Our competitor is good for this, we are good for that. Now, why this is very essential is that in the online space, a lot of people are offering almost the same value, but something needs to separate you from what? The competition. And what will separate you is when you are able to think creatively and see what you can do better than your competitor, right? Now, another quick example is this. I don't know if any one of us use many of these online food ordering companies, right? We have many of them right now where you can order food online. In fact, you can order groceries. I can't remember the last time I went to a grocery store. I usually place all my groceries requests on a platform called Glovo, and they deliver it to my doorstep. Everything I need, I just put it there, and they bring it to my doorstep, right? So we have many of them right now. There's Glovo, there's Childek, there's, what do you call it? There's Mano. There's Mano. There are so many of them out there. And their model is simple. All these businesses. You as a consumer, you come to the platform, you order for what you want, and they deliver it to you. It's the e-commerce model, right? Or the marketplace model. Now, all of these platforms, they offer the same product, right? But they all offer what? Different value proposition. They offer what? Different value proposition. Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that I'll use Glovo, Mano, and the others as an example. Glovo will tell you that their delivery is the cheapest. Their delivery fee is the cheapest. They charge less delivery, right? But the disadvantage of using Glovo is that your goods might come in rough, manhandled by the riders. But if you want to enjoy cheap delivery, you can go with them. The other one, Childek, will package your delivery very well, but delivery is quite a bit pricey. Now, you see where I'm going with value proposition. All the same businesses, right? Different value propositions. Do you understand? So, and it takes me back to what I mentioned with dy/dx. We are good for this. Our competitor is good for that. So, as part of the things we communicate as digital marketers, as part of the things we try to help business communicate out there, we communicate your value proposition. If I was going to sit down with you as a business, one of the core things I would ask is, what do you propose as value? If I was an average customer, what do you think would make me choose you over your competitor? Right? So, and the value proposition is not saying that you must be better than your competitor in all ramification. And this is the mistake a lot of businesses do. And it gives us, as marketers, it gives us headache a lot, because you don't have to try to be better than your competitor in all ramification. You just have to look for a value you can propose to the market that separates you from the competition. Something very unique, something the competitor is not even looking at currently. Another example is this. For design-minded, I didn't know architectural firm. It says that for design-minded customers who need a home custom designed to their needs and taste, our architecture firm, architecture and design services that offer high-end modern design, unlike architecture firms like WRN Studio. Our offer balances harmonious modern architecture with our own award-winning interior design and furniture, right? So this value proposition can help us develop a very good approach to coming up with value proposition.
Thank you so much. I'm thinking that yes, maybe by 12 you could break. Let us hear a feedback, because you have been talking for 1 hour now, and the thing seems to be sweet from your mouth. Just coming, just coming. So once you finish this slide, let's pause for a while. Let's get a feedback to be sure that they are following you.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, sir. So the next thing, the last example here, before I'll ask my question, I have an exercise for them. Okay. Yeah, so I will just use that as to come up with the exercise, right? So for small to medium-sized businesses, we need a more efficient way to complete HR tasks. Human resource information system software that tracks and monitors time off, benefits, and training automatically. Unlike software companies like Fairsail, our offer is easy to use with live assistance and offer a cost-effective monthly subscription option. So the concept of value proposition is such that it helps us come up with our offer, which is an important component in the digital marketing framework I just shared. Remember, the first thing you have to ask yourself is this: what is your offer? What are we offering the market? What are we bringing to the market? Because even we as marketers, if you don't tell us what you are offering, there's no way we can communicate whatever it is you do as a business to the public, right? It is when we know what your offering is about, that's when we will help you what? Succinctly, creatively put it together and market it to what? To the potential audience, right? So there are a lot of, I know a lot of, in digital marketing is very broad, very vast. In fact, it's one of the broadest field in tech, right? And there are a lot of information out there, and there are a lot of frameworks out there. But this I have found very useful for anybody who wants to apply them. So does anybody have any question before I give you my exercise? I just want you to exercise yourself based on what I have been sharing so far.
Thank you so much. I think you deserve a round of applause. Yes. Like I told you earlier, this is the first time I'm meeting the young man too. And I'm so excited and impressed with the flow, which so that he knows what he's doing. Guess what? When he was talking, I mean, although Luakamo had mentioned it before, that you find more of our colleagues on Facebook. we are out there on Facebook, but less on LinkedIn. And it just occurred to me that, hey, I have 4,400 followers on LinkedIn. No, just check. Lulu Ojo's contact on. I just checked now. Yeah.
That's a lot.
4,400 followers on LinkedIn. And I asked myself, what have I been using this 4,400 for? We talk in the house, and my meeting Ajala now, I will not allow him to travel. I have to make use of this 4,400. That is massive. Really, I mean, you said it. I'm not an expert, so you will know. Facebook itself, I have. And guess what? I still see almost about 800 asking me to connect Yeah, you can check.
Yes,
You just say Lolo just contact on LinkedIn. And about 800 still waiting for me to accept their request for connection. It's even the profile on Facebook is even more. I have about 5,000, and I still have more than 1,000 say, come and connect with me. I saw it, that one, there is always what do you call that now? Notification, there's a prompter.
Yes.
But because I don't, the word is so bad now, I don't want to accept your request until I know who you are. Because some people are now asking to connect, you find out that they are fake and stuff like that. But the point I want to make is that if I make use of these huge followers that I have both on Facebook and on LinkedIn, on Instagram, I know I'm there. On Twitter, I know I'm there, but I'm not very active. So, Oluwatope, you are hearing now. So, these are assets that we can make use of. And for all of us here, I think we have reached about 96 on Zoom, and we have about 25 following on YouTube already. So our joy will be when we pick this. Now I ask him to pause so that you can ask question. Do we have anybody who want to ask question on what he has discussed before he continues? Anyone? Yes.
I still need more clarification on the. I still want more clarification on the sites, or is it platform you call it?
Yes.
We may have different. I mean, the pharmacists attending this program may have different field of practices.
Absolutely.
Yes, but as a community pharmacy, understand? I'm a community pharmacist. I have community pharmacy, which people call pharmacy premises. Which one will be the best for me to use from all those platforms? Is it Instagram? Is it YouTube? Or is it Facebook? Which one? Or should I use all?
Okay.
Because you also said that we must choose the one that actually attracts, or where you can get most of your customers.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry, before you answer, I want to just expand what Tunji asked for. By the way, I introduced Tunji before. I think he's the immediate past director of pharmaceutical services in the Ekiti State, and he's here with us. I've seen another of my friend here. That's the MD of Bolutife, right? Bolutife Pharmacy is in the house. And some other people just join us. You are welcome at 12 o'clock. God bless you. Yeah, welcome. Let me make this clear. It's just a service from us. So you're at liberty to come in or out any time of your choice. So what Tuji is asking for, that given the fact that we all work in different settings, there are academics here. Yes, professors. They are here. There are people in the hospital, in the community, in the industry. Which of these channels should we use, or should we combine all of them? That's the question, right? Okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Also, do we need to have one for personal, or one for personal and then one for business, or we combine the two?
Very, very brilliant question, sir. Thank you so much for asking. I know I said that we should prioritize some of the platforms first and not do everything at once, because it would overwhelm us, right? And then we'll not share effective or quality content on them, right? So if you're coming from a business perspective, right? And for example, the example you made now, community pharmacy, right? You want to think about it from the audience point of view. The type of audience I'm looking for, where will I get them the most? Right? If it's going to be Instagram, yes, I would have to prioritize Instagram more. So Instagram works perfectly if you are, since it's all about lifestyle. And health is also considered as a lifestyle, right? So you might want to prioritize Instagram more. The only challenge with Instagram is you would have to invest heavily in media, right? Invest heavily now is your content would have to be taught not to stand out among every other person doing the same thing you do, right? Then, from a personal perspective, right? The other question, which is, if I'm doing it for a business or I'm doing it as a personal, I'm building my own personal brand, what platform will I want to prioritize? First of all, your personal brand is about your personal blueprint. If I type in your name on Google, right, all the information on Google that brings out your name is about your personal brand, right? Now, you must prioritize having a personal website if you can afford it, right, to your name. You must prioritize LinkedIn as well as a professional. LinkedIn is very essential and it's very pivotal. In fact, LinkedIn has a lot of tools that can help you as a professional propagate your brand authority. There's something we call brand authority, which is you as a professional speaking more from an authoritative perspective. And it also works for academics too, right? People that are in the academic space, they should use more of LinkedIn. People look for informations that academics can revert to, that people can revert from academics to use, right? So for your personal brand, you should prioritize using more of LinkedIn, be much more active on LinkedIn, contribute to social discussion, especially related to your field. There's always a community on every platform, right? You would find communities that are related to what you do on LinkedIn or on or Instagram or Facebook. Facebook has the most group of people in the whole world, and it's the largest social networking platform, even up to date, despite new ones that are coming out. It still has it still maintains its 2 billion users, right? And like I mentioned earlier, in Nigeria, Facebook has about 50 million users, active users, yes, in Nigeria. So you'd always find communities of people that are interested in your way, right? And a good way to actually even approach marketing today, right now, especially digital marketing, is you can use personal words, publications to direct people to your business. And that's what people do now, right? They share information from their own personal perspective, right? So I can pick a topic now. Say, for example, your topics are community pharmacists, how you ensure that people use pharmaceutical companies or businesses in communities and whatnot. Like, you can have publications on them, written on your LinkedIn pages. You can decide to talk on various topics that are going to be germane to your audience, that people would like to see from a commercial perspective, from an educational perspective, tips that will be useful to people, right? Using it in your own personal profile, right? And still direct them to your community business, that this is what we offer in these community pharmacies and whatnot like that. Do you understand? So in terms of selecting channels, right, I would say prioritize using one first, use it effectively well, as opposed to having what presence in, there's a lot of social networking sites. How many do you want to belong to, right? So I would say you should prioritize using one first, use it effectively before you move to the next one.
Thank you so much. I think what you will do for us, it may not necessarily be now, but it's part of the take-home that we send. Let us have this platform, this is what is good for. That platform, this is what is good for. I mentioned what are the implications of choosing this. For instance, Instagram, he said you have to invest heavily on media. What does that mean? No, I understand. That's the one most of our people use most. They take picture and post. Yes, some people can do it for that purpose, but we want to do it more for professional and business purpose. So explain to us what each platform stands for, what it represents, and stuff like that. Like me, there may be many of our colleagues here who have, because I know when I started with LinkedIn, I was always posting, and that's why I grew that following. But for a long time now, I've not even, that 4,400 just sitting down there. I'm not using them. And the Facebook, like I told you, over 5,000 contact, more than 1,000 waiting to be connected. All those, how we want to know how to be able to use them very well. Dear colleagues, I see some hands up. May I request Lady Chinedum Ilozo, if you are still there, your hand was up before. Fami Ilozo, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, our teacher. When I looked again, I found out that what we are really doing is marketing, not sales. I was going to ask, because most of our drugs are not supposed to be advertised.
Yes.
How do I do that?
Yes, correct.
You're not supposed to advertise our drugs, and I want to use the media to sell my products. What do I do?
Yes. So I'm still going to get to that aspect of the training, right? As a regulatory body of social platforms, because all these social platforms, they come under fire for misinforming the public. In fact, the amount of lawsuits Facebook deal with yearly is more than any other company that I've known of worldwide. They get a lot of lawsuits, and it's people suing them that
Stopped.
I get this information from your platform. So are you telling me that you don't vet all this information? So these platforms, they do not allow advertisement of some specific products, especially health-related products on their platforms, right? But there is an exception, because there's always an exception, right? You can ask for verification. They will verify that your business is actually true, and you have all the required documents in your country to actually sell this product to the audience, right? Once you can provide all of that, I can show you how you can get the required verification process on these platforms. Once you are able to verify that, they can trust that your product is genuine, you've gotten all the required like NAFDAC, SON, and so on and so forth like that. They allow you to actually do the advertisement. So it's for specific brands. It's not for other. It's not for all. It's not for everybody. If you can scale through their requirement of advertising on their platforms, they will allow you to advertise. Right now, secondly, how can you advertise? Now you can advertise without advertising, and that's what we call content marketing. Right? There's a way you can actually put your product offering out there without outrightly telling people that this is we are expecting you to come and swipe your card on our web platform, or we're expecting you to come and pay for product or services on this platform. Is the reason why we are doing this advert. So there's a way you can educate your audience that would make them typically want to come to buy product from you, and that is what digital marketing preaches in terms of what we call something organic and inorganic, right? The organic method is outrightly marketing your product or services without doing any advertising, right? Meaning you can actually still advertise without telling the audience that you're advertising, right? And at the same time, you can advertise as well by following the procedure of all these social platforms. All platforms, they all have GDPR rule, and I want us to learn about it if we can. GDPR rule is an international rule that guides most online content sharing practices, right? So it is for businesses, especially if you are into health-related products, gambling, right? You do gambling, you do anything that people can abuse, right? So they have regulated content approach to it, and they have a guide on how you can use their platform to do advertising on them.
Thank you so much. And I think one of the things that you will let us have is how to do direct our content or whatever we do to professionals. I think that is possible too. I mean, when you are speaking, you could actually direct what you are saying to doctors, what you are saying to nurses, to pharmacists, and stuff like that. But beside that, I think we need to know the industry that we are.
Recording in progress.
A highly regulated industry. That is one thing we really need to know. So by the time you want to go on this media and stuff like that, remember NAFDAC. remember NAFDAC. They have a unit where some of these things are vetted. So you may have to, if you have OTC or a nutraceutical or products that are not core ethicals, even if you want to go public with them, you still need to clear with NAFDAC. All those things are things that we have in mind that we discuss with you. Please, when you are giving us some other updates, remember who we are.
Yes.
We are a conservative profession, and we don't just go out to say, hey, no, we don't do that. But he mentioned something which I want us to note. Talking about, you call it brand personality or brand what? What do you call it?
Brand authority.
Brand authority or what? He said it does not necessarily refer to products itself. You yourself, you can become a brand. And we all know it. There are some journalists, for instance, this woman on Wednesday, see Wednesdays in Punch, what's her name? If you are those that are reading her, because of her, I will get Punch. I've forgotten her name now. Because she writes well. And articles are usually very deep. So you are a researcher, for instance, to our academics in here. And your area of research is malariology. You could build a reputation there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could build a reputation there because I remember as marketing manager in Roche, there is nothing we do on malariology that will not go look for Professor Latif Salako. Yeah, because somehow he has been able to build a reputation, that when it comes to malariology, this is the expert. This is the go-to man. So we can use this, what we are being taught now, this skill, to be able to build yourself up in that. What's your area? Especially now that we are talking, there is so more interest in herbal medicine. Yeah, you could be one, used to be one Elizabeth Cavaru, I don't know how many of you know. Yeah, in Guardian, she has an article, and people look forward to it. Every Thursday, I think. So, in a way, you can build that reputation such that you become the go-to person when people get to know you more. And in the process, you can commercialize it. Ajala, you have to tell me how to make use of that 4,400 stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
How you can become money. I have two hands up. Mr. Labamiji Ojo, can we have you?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
All right. First off, I need to give a hats off to Merit Healthcare for organizing this training, because the importance of social media sometimes can be lost on its importance, because frankly speaking, somebody can just post a picture, and because the person's face is admirable or the picture itself is a nice picture, people can tend to get attached to whatever that person is doing. So, I mean, kudos to Merit and kudos to you too, the trainer. So the only question I want to ask is kind of, what I call it, psychological, because I want to ask you, like, how would you advise people who are present today, those that we call introverts, people who really don't like being seen, but they want their brand to be seen? So how do you advise them to go about social media? Because there are plenty of people with insecurities out there who would like to be posting as much as the likes of Don Jazzy or the others will be posting, but for like Dr. Lulu said, the pharmacy industry is really, really regulated. So how do you advise people who are like that by nature? Because there are people like that by nature who would rather sit in the back and just allow things run on his own. Yeah, that's my question.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that question. I want to believe that you are speaking for me too as well, because you can't find me. You won't find my picture on the internet. But this is what I do. You won't find. Say I have a selfie of myself. I'm in a gathering like this. You will find it. But then I have publications online, right? So how do you ensure that if you're shy from creating content, right? If you're the type that you're not so vast with content creation, right? Until just recently, sometimes last year, that I started appearing in front of the camera. But before now, I wasn't a camera-friendly person as well, right? Now, how do you ensure that you can also take advantage of the digital channels despite not being a camera person? So there are a lot of ways you can actually use digital channels without showing up your face, or you can do, we call it faceless content. You can do faceless content. So there are a lot of platforms that allows you to create content without showing your face. And a lot of ways you can actually share your content as well without showing your face. One of which is writing. You see, writing is an essential skill for us as marketers, right? If you're a very skilled writer, there are ways you can actually leverage digital channels, right, to propagate what you do, build brand authority, propagate your business out there, right? Now, Google receives about 9 billion searches a day. 9 billion searches a day. That's the amount of search queries Google receives. Now, out of those search queries, what most people consume the most is what? Text-related content. Text what? Related content. Meaning, if you can prioritize to what? To appear on a search engine. If you can prioritize to appear on a search engine like Google, right? You will make, people will get to see you more, right? And you will get to what? Appear in front of the desired audience you're looking for. Let me explain the way Google works for you. I was going to get there when we get to channels, but the way we are going with the question, let me just quickly branch into that, right? So the way Google works is this, and I want us to pay attention in this training, and I want us to start prioritizing our footprint on Google as a platform, right? With a simple blog post, you can actually what? Appear on Google, right? And people will know that this brand, let's say for example, drlolu.com, right, is the name of the brand. And I don't even know who Dr. Lulu is. But from these publications, from what I can find on Google, on some specific topics, maybe I went to look for Google, how can I stop severe headache? And I've seen that one of the publications Dr. Lulu have published on Google has been on several ways you can stop headaches from recurring, right? On Google, right? As much as possible, I land on your blog just by making that search. Now, the moment I see myself on your blog and I read the article and everything you said is actually what helpful to me, I'll keep coming back to your blog for more and more content like that, right? So one of the best ways you can actually what approach faceless content is to actually what ensure that what you have as much write-ups as possible. You have to what use the writing part. Now, another way is to use social platforms by publishing faceless content like videos. You can do videos without face. I'll show you a platform here that can actually create videos for you without you saying without you showing your face. It's an AI-generated platform. Right? It's called lumen5.com. Right? You would generate videos without actually what showing your face. Just give it the script, and it will generate the video you want for you. Right? And at most, you can do a voiceover over the video. Do you understand? So you have to what? Look at a way to build your brand content or your brand authority in a faceless manner by adopting what? The faceless route, using written content or using media that will not allow you to show your face. Since you're a shy person or you're not a very camera-friendly person.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for him. I'm really getting to like this young man more and more. Please, one thing I want us to note. Olu told us that you should learn how to learn. That's a fantastic word. He said, learn how to learn. And this is what I want us to take note. We need to learn how to learn. Most of these things that they are telling us, we need to go back and check them and be deep in it. This you can do for, even if you are a gospel preacher, You can be a better gospel preacher doing this because you are going to reach a lot of people, faster than the confines of your church or mosque, whoever you are, and the way you want to do it. Another thing, what do I do as a hospital pharmacy? It's not only about Naira and Kobo. You may be able to project what hospital pharmacists do, with your contact, with your spread, and whatever. And let's look at our association, Association of Community Pharmacy of Nigeria. You want people to contact pharmacists whenever they want to use their drug. You could use this platform to be able to raise that awareness. People will engage you, you will engage them. They will ask you why. So any pharmacy that does not have a pharmacist who should not go there, things like that, we can engage them. I have one hand up from our new Lagos branch CPN chairman, pharmacist Tolulokwe Ajayi. Can we have you?
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you for always creating value for us this way. And thanks to Ibrahim, our facilitator for the day, for the rich content that you have delivered. Like the pharmacist Tolu Akamu told us earlier, it's not enough to learn. It's much more important that we're able to use what we learn, put it to use. And we also know that half knowledge can be very dangerous. At times, it's better not to know something at all than to know it halfway. So I just want to find out if Ibrahim has avenues that we can leverage upon beyond the high opener, because most of us are on different levels of knowledge in terms of digital marketing. Yeah, what provisions do we have, or what provisions can we put up? What platforms can we put up? We have about 100 people following this program now, and that's a demonstration of the passion that people have to learn more about digital marketing, because that's the present and that's the future. What platforms or avenues can we put up for hands-on beyond the eye-opener and the details that you have provided to us today? So that if someone wants to go deeper to learn and become a master in this, we can exploit. We are not in any way, how do I say it now? Because we have an online pharmacy already. PCN, the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, already has a policy guiding online pharmacy practice. So we know it's not out of place for us to explore. So the question is, what avenues can we put up for us to really build capacity in our members, competence in our members to be able to optimize digital marketing? Thank you.
Thank you. Now, before you answer, please sit down. I don't. We don't want you to. We don't want to break your back. We still need you more. I think what Olu is saying is that after this, what's next? And I want him to remember, and let everybody hearing remember, learn how to learn. That's number one. Then number two, Tolu said it here, according to what Tolu told us in the morning, that there will be knowledge atrophy if you don't use it. That atrophy is what we know very well in our pharmacy something. Yes, the thing will just dry up when you don't use it. And that is one big problem that we have. Even the one that we are taught in school, all those your pharmacognosy, your pharmacology, your pharmaceutical chemistry, we know microbiology more than microbiology graduate. Our chemistry is more than chemistry graduate. Pharmacognosy, how much of them do we use? And the truth of the matter is that many have been forgotten. So that point is clear. So that's what he's asking. I want you to take the second question so that you can now answer the two together. And this is coming from a professor, Professor Ismail A. Sulaiman. Could you please ask a question?
Good afternoon, sir. Firstly, I need to appreciate Dr. Oluojo for organizing this. It's really very impressive. Now, mine is, I've attended some digital marketing training before, so I really appreciate this, and all the content are fantastic and really appreciated, of course. Now, but we need some simple tools that can assist in screen recording, of all those video that will, when you have a PowerPoint, by the time you have screen recording on it, it'll be easier for you to upload on YouTube and something like that. All those simple tools that can easily help us. That doesn't require so much big training. Let the presenter help us with it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prof. So, briefly, you can answer then. I think there is one after that. Mudukwe Ali, I don't know whether your hand is still up. Mrs.
Yes.
Alice, please ask your question so that he can attend to all of them together.
Mine is, thank you, Dr. Joe, for organizing this. I've gained a lot. I'm not really savvy when it comes to IT. When I'm listening to it, I'm just trying to see the difference between maybe they can go, you design a website for your company for people to know more about it. What is, can our facilitator maybe help enlighten us or me on this, maybe going on website to know more about our company or something and this digital marketing? That's just my simple question.
Okay, thank you. Dupe, you are welcome. Incidentally, Dupe is my classmate, so we know each other for a very long time. So, okay, go ahead, please.
All right, sir. In terms of where you can stay more grounded, digital marketing has a lot of resources. In fact, there are a lot of platforms that I was going to recommend after today's session that you can still further your learning on. One of which is Facebook itself, right? Sorry, my screen. Hello, the screen. My screen. So there's a lot of platforms that you can actually leverage that would help you learn better or stay grounded in some of these things. And they come with tools. One of which is the one from Facebook. I already gathered a lot of them for you all today that I'm going to share after this training as well, in order for us to actually go further our learning if we have to, right? Facebook has the most, every social platform, they have their learning section. So one of the best ways to actually get adequate knowledge on how to actually learn how to use this platform is to actually go to the platform themselves and actually learn. They have their learning support platforms where you can actually, so I'm going to put the links together, right, and share with Emmanuel. We'll probably share it with the group so that we can go on all these platforms, right? So Facebook has the Elevate program where you can come learn different marketing concepts for whatever purpose, whether it's for personal brand, it is for business, it is for any other thing you want to learn. They have the Elevate. You can do digital strategy. You can everything you want to learn. They would help you with it, right? And there's also there's what we call Google. So Google also has its digital skills garage. So you can check for Google Digital Skills for Africa, where you can learn fundamentals, right? So the reason why I like recommending these fundamental brands is because Google, these guys, they know more about these topics more than any other. They are the ones that started these channels. So they know more on these topics than any other platforms, right? So Google, you can either try the Google Hustle Academy or you try the Google Digital Skills. So they will help you understand the various ways you can actually, and if it's a career certificate you are looking for, Google has a career certificate that talks about fundamentals of digital marketing or digital marketing e-commerce career. This is an internationally accepted certification that you can tender anywhere around the world. You can tender this certification anywhere around the world, right? So I'm going to share all these links. Then the last one is HubSpot. HubSpot also has an exciting skill learning platform that can allow you learn more on your digital marketing skills. Right, just go to HubSpot Academy, and like I said, all these platforms, they all come with certifications that you can use anywhere internationally. Yes, even HubSpot, right? And their courses are free, so they are not charging you for anything. Right? Whether it is email marketing you want to learn, whether it is inbound marketing, whatever, digital marketing, whatever it is you want to learn. Internationally recognized certificates that you can actually use to deepen your knowledge on digital marketing. Right? I will share the link, like I mentioned earlier. Another thing that you can, the second question says, what are the tools that I can recommend for all these tools? So I have a couple of tools I will suggest. Right, I think we'll do that after the break, so that I'll share all the tools that you can use to create content that can help you. Digital marketing has the most skills. The most skills. The most tools that you can use to create anything you want to create. Right, from content creation to write. How many of us know about ChatGPT? Yes. Well, most young people here will know about ChatGPT, right?
Most people.
It's actually an addictive tool to use. So a lot of people will use it, right? So ChatGPT is used to create content, right? We use it to create content. It's an AI tool, it's an artificial intelligence tool. You tell it to help you come up with an idea, it generates it for you. We call them generative AI, right? So there are tools like that would help you create outstanding content for your brand or personal brand or for your business. So I'm going to show you a quick hack on how to use some of these tools. Whether you want to create videos, all these tools that does not require technical knowledge, you don't have to be a videographer to use them. I'm going to show you where you can get them, how to download them, and how to use them. The one I mentioned earlier, the example I mentioned earlier, that I said, if you put an instruction on lumen5.com, my screen is not showing. If you put on lumen5.com, you would get as much, it will help you create any type of content, video-related content that you want to create. This is a typical example of such tool. All you just need to do is to sign up, right? Sign up and use, and type whatever it is you want to type inside it, right? So combination of this and ChatGPT will give you an exciting content idea to create. So you can create some exciting videos even without knowing core videography skills, right? So there are a lot of tools out there that would help you, especially AI-related tools that will help you develop these things, right? We're going to get into that as soon as we talk about content now, right? Then the third question talks about website. How do you go about setting up website for your online visibility, right? Website is one of the core, like I mentioned earlier, is called the digital billboard of the internet, right? Your website is very essential to your success as a digital marketing professional. Now, a lot of people might not have the technical ability to set up a website themselves, right? So there are a lot of tools that can help you set up website even without having a core website for your products or services. One of which is Wix.com. You can go to Wix and set up a website, right? Even without owning, without being a website designer, right? You can set up a website using Wix. Wix is a website builder, right? There are also other platforms such as WordPress that will allow you to build a website for your brand. And again, if you have a presence on Google My Business, again, this is why you need to have Google My Business. If you have a presence in Google My Business, there's something called Google Site. So Google allows you to create a website using its platform. So you can go to Google Sites, set up, use Google Sites, right? For example, this is a template. I'm on Google Site currently. Now this is a template. Now I could set up a website in less than 2 hours now. I'll create a website, put all this required information in this website using Google Sites. And I don't need to pay for anything, right? Google gives us this feature for free. Now, this is very good for you if you don't have the technical know-how to set up a .com website yourself. You can use this Google site to actually build a site for your business or for your personal brand, right? That you can always use till you have the time to hire the service of a proper website designer, right? So this will give you access to what? Coming up with what? A website. And you can have multiple pages in the website, right? So this is Google site, and it is free. It is available for you on the internet without paying for anything. And as soon as you're done with the website, all you need to do, you can check the mobile version. This is how it will look like. This is what the website will look like once you are done creating it. This is what the mobile version will look like. This is what the tablet version will look like. And once you're done creating it, you can publish the website and start sharing the link with what? With people. If I publish this now, Google will give me a link. I can share it with you and you visit it, you see this content. Right? So there are a lot of tools out there that you can use. We call them no-code tools. No-code tools. It does not require you to write any form of code. Right? That you can use to what? Build your online presence without actually what? Spending a dime. All you need is what? Your time and your creative mindset. Right? If you are a very creative person or you strive to be a creative person, you will thrive very well with digital marketing because the tools are there for you to use. Right? So I think that answers the third question.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for our man. A round of applause for our man. Now we have a little change. Rather than go for 1 hour break, I think we just continue because the people that are having the break are the people seated there. I want to believe most of us are in the comfort of our offices or homes, so you can have your break. Since we are not seeing you, you can stretch your leg and listen. Like you cannot become digital marketing experts in one course like this. I think what Ibrahim had done and what he will do is to sufficiently stimulate our interest that will make us to learn more. So we are going to continue. This is to 1. We are supposed to go on break by 1, right? But what we do is that we take the second session. How long will that take?
Another 2 hours.
Another 2 hours. No, we have to break it into pieces.